And here we go.
Work. Alright. Please select language.
English.
Greetings, Master. I am Tomodine 613903. What is your command for today?
Well,
A friend of mine, Mason Buchko, he wanted me to do a review of Ghost in the Shell, the 1995 anime based on a manga of the same name, mind you, and I want to know what is your take on it.
Give me a moment, Master. 1 minute for calibrating. Processing complete. All files are now uploaded with information of Ghost in the Shell, including, but not limited to, gratuitous nudity shots, Master. Would your audience perhaps like to see some pictures I've downloaded?
no, wait. No, I do not want to show it to my audience, because I'll be putting it on YouTube. We would get demonetized.
Agreed, Master. Your logic is sound. The film tackles the issue of what it means to be human in a Neo-Tokyo world that is now on the brink of a cyberpunk revolution. It describes the events portrayed by Major. Major is on task to find the new threat to the city, simply known as the Puppet Master. The Puppet Master has the ability to control all living cyborgs, to the point where it creates new memories for them and has them do acts of terrorist under its command. A very topical issue given the time period that this film was made in. Really. Very. But it is soon apparent that the Puppet Master is more than what it seems. It is actually a rogue program created by an American software company which was used to spy on other networks, but now it has achieved sentience. With her allies, she seeks to find the Puppet Master, but what they do not know is the Puppet Master simply wants to exist, seeking Major to be that new conduit between man and machine. Unlike another movie with the same name, it is more philosophical in tone and a lot more intriguing for the narrative of the user or the viewer. Would your audience perhaps like to know about the deeper meaning inside of it, Master?
Go ahead.
This film, given its time period, had a great impact with technology. The computer was just coming out around the time, and the internet was becoming now a new part of human daily life, which brought up the question, is it better to be a human or a machine? But this film does not seem to demonize one or victimize the other. It seems to bring a certain balance with both, having a revolution between one and the same, a symbiote between a human brain and the circuitry of a computer. That is why the main character is a cyborg, to help make this metaphor more prevalent. Such with another film around the very same time, simply known as the Wachowskis' The Matrix. Thus, how many people have compared these two films of having two serious talks about some philosophical thought, the same as Blade Runner. In fact, because of that, it brought the new feeling to sci-fi at the time. Maybe there's a new way robots can be seen, not just as a force of destruction or the fall of mankind's hubris, but perhaps as the next evolutionary step for mankind.
And what would you say that is the weakest part of the movie?
Though the film does offer intriguing thought, it lacks sufficient screen time. The film is barely long enough to really think too far about it. If anything, the film is over and done with, and you are just left to ponder what to think next. Being that it is very slow, unfortunately, you cannot ponder that too quickly, and thus it limits the viewer's attention span of the film, especially for a more modern audience. When the film came out at the time, it was praised for its artistic value, But over time, new films have come and have seemed to taken its place over time. But it is a lot better than the remake, if you ask me. Would you have any questions for me?
And what would you rate it?
Given the new synopsis that I've gathered over years and years of critical thought, the idea of ratings seems to be astronomical at best, but I will limit it to a 10 out of 10 review, if that is suitable for your audience.
Yes.
I shall give this film an 8.5 out of 10. Though the film is great in terms of its style and in terms of its story, narratives, and characters, it does lack in one specific area, Master.
And what's that?
Its timing. Surprisingly, the film is actually quite short. In fact, if you look at the film, it's actually mostly based on quiet shots and scenes of silence, where we simply observe the city through the character's eyes. The only actual talking in the scene happens in between these interludes, thus making the film go remarkably fast, not giving the characters enough time to explain things, and thus not giving the audience enough time to focus in on. In fact, in terms of modern audiences, it's considered actually too slow in some areas, or too fast in the others.
Okay.
Now, would you excuse me? I'm going to see about converting a human to put my circuit together.
Okay.